Man, gather round. OG Savage Prison Tales here. Welcome back to the channel, guys. What you guys know over here, I give it to you real and raw and tough as steel, so you, my friends, know the deal. You can't be beguiled and misled, dude, or done dirty by anybody else, because once you know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, you're illuminated and enlightened, and it's up to you to make the right choices in your life, because it all comes down to the decisions you make and the actions you take. So yes, I got time today, guys, because I want to talk to you youngsters, man. Everybody's always trying to, beat up on youngsters and talk down to them and complain about them. But I'm gonna do a public service, because like some of you youngsters just ain't gonna listen, man. So you know what? I'm gonna help you out, and I'm going to share with you what I should have did when I was in that thug life and that street life and that drug dealing life, man. Because let me tell you something, man. If I don't help you out and tell you, man, ain't nobody gonna tell you. So without further ado, the topic of today's video, which is gonna be not just mind bending and mind expanding, but educational, man, and to let you guys know, man, there's a different way. But if you want to continue down this path, I'm gonna tell you what's coming to meet you, and you ain't gonna like the greet that they give you. The topic of today's video, guys, is if you're into thug life now, learn how to fight now, so in prison you won't get plowed like a cow with man meat and man milk deep up in your jowls. Let's get cracking right here. I'm got a lot to share with you guys, so let's get this going. Very good, guys. Okay. So I'm going to use Nino for example, and this is just a training exercise. So we're going to go at 5%. So when you throw the jab, it's not shh. So what happens is we're going to square up. So this is a fighting stance right here. And so switch sides for me, for the camera. So we're in a fighting stance here, right? So what happens when Nino throws that punch that we've been doing, he's going to come in. Yeah, thanks. He's going to come in because we're attacking, right? So throw it. You want to throw it again? You're going to step off the line here, guys, because his body's coming forward, and you slide up in here, striking the groin, right here, and here's the choke. So. Okay, so before you guys and you youngsters and all you professional fighters and all you badass small foes and all you guys can whoop my ass with your hands tied behind your back and blindfolded, all in the comments, man, talking caca. This is at one of the martial arts film training schools. There's schools that you go to in Las Vegas and Los Angeles, and I guess in New York and other places, that teach you how to fight on camera so that A, it looks realistic, but B, nobody gets hurt. Because man, what's the use of getting hurt, man? You're getting paid to do a movie, then you end up, man, spending all your money on your medical expenses, man. So they hired me to teach a specific fight scene for the movies that we were doing. The movie was called MR9 with Michael J. White and Frank Grizzo or somebody like that, and some other cats, man, that I really don't care about. I'm just there to get paid, because let me tell you something, guys. And I tell my girlfriend Yoni this all the time. And this is specifically to you youngsters, man. Maybe you guys that are teenagers or in your early 20s, or heck, maybe in your 30s, because some youngsters don't actually develop emotionally and intellectually and maturity until they hit 40. That's just how it is. And it's just because you don't have male leadership. But let me explain this to you. Nobody's above you and nobody's better than you. Yeah, somebody might have had a better earlier start in life, or a better start in life, or maybe they went to college to become a doctor or a lawyer, or maybe an accountant, dude, or an engineer, and you haven't even finished high school, whatever. You can always turn it around, but just because somebody makes more money than you, or got more titles than you or more letters behind their name, PhD, master's degree, this, that, and the other. It don't mean nothing. It comes down to, man, your character, dude, and how you affect the people that you meet in your life. And let me give you an example before we get into this fight scene. My philosophy is practicing stoicism, dude, and Hinduism and Buddhism, and just being an all-around good dude, vibrating at a higher level, sending out love to receive love, dude. I always leave people better than I find them. Even when I find myself here in Baltimore, and I'm going to the Gold's Gym here, and there's a lot of young savages, dude, a lot of genetically gifted dudes, tall and swole and just motherfucking Cro-Magnon looking motherfucking Neanderthal looking motherfuckers. And when you're a young dude and you tall and swole, and all your life you've been using force to get what you want and intimidation, man, you have a lot to learn. So I navigate with love, dude. So whether I'm in a relationship with somebody, dude, or I'm in a working environment with somebody, or I'm in a gym, or I'm training with somebody, I leave people better than I find them because I'm paying forward my cosmic debt, not just to make up for the people unalived or the youngsters I hurt or the people I hurt in my past life, you know, when I was in that street game, but just to be an overall better dude, man. It all starts with you. You have to put out love, man, even in a bad situation. Never return evil for evil. You always start out with love and kindness. But let me tell you something. We're not a fool. We're not practicing all this turn the other cheek. If you're giving out love and somebody's still giving you evil and skullduggery and grabbiness, dude, then you just depart, flee from the situation so that you don't end up unaliving somebody. And then you're doing your part, man. So I want to explain this to you, man. In this these movie fight scene schools or studios, dude. You take these actors and you teach them how to fight. You teach them how to fight effectively, get down and dirty, man, and get to the and get to the and get to the. I can't take this call right now, guys. I can't take this call right now. And get to the meat and potatoes of it, which is to negate the situation, right? So let me share this with you, man. In here, everything is choreographed and it's staged, dude. But here's what I want to share with you, and I want you to understand this. And those of you who don't know who David Carradine is, Google him. Those of you who don't know who Keanu Reeves is, Google him. Those of you who question Bruce Lee's ability, I want to share this with you. All martial arts is, or fighting arts, or the art of war, is learning how to defend yourself or to attack an opponent in an efficient and effective way using scientific methods, kinesiology, physiology, to negate, defeat, and destroy an opponent. So whether you're a real martial artist or not, according to Michael J. White or whatever, but let me tell you something I've learned training these actors. If a person teaches you a technique and you practice it over and over and over and over, people say it takes 10,000 hours to get to mastery. So let's say you practice one technique 10,000 hours, man, because what Bruce Lee says, don't fear the man who knows 10,000 techniques. Fear the man who practiced one technique 10,000 times. And I'm just here to tell you, man, if you practice fighting a lot, you will get good because you're going to have muscle memory, dude. You're going to have cohesion. You're going to have development, coordination, and you're going to have what's called coefficiency. So I'm sharing this with you guys before you get into your comments, dude. I'm just training these guys how to fight for the movie scene. And if anybody's lucky enough to meet me and I teach you a technique and you practice it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, where you can do it in your sleep, then let me tell you something, guys. You'll be able to defend yourself because let me tell you something, guys. If you're in the street life, this gang life, this thug life, here's three things I want to share with you. Three important rules I want to share with you. Rule number one, lawyer up. Get you a lawyer on retainer I don't know if you got to talk to other drug dealers, other gang members, other gangsters that you know, or businessmen you know. Find a good criminal lawyer and put a retainer. The first retainer is normally $10,000. At least it was in California back in the 90s. I don't know what it is now, but do your research. Get a lawyer on retainer. Number two, get a bail bondsman on retainer. So you have the ability, man, to get bailed out. You're in this lifestyle. Number three, here's a most important one. You want to get an accountant on retainer. Here's why. Let me share something with you about the legal system, dude. Here's the law. There's above the law and below the law. And I'm not trying to make this a racial video. None of this stuff. I love everybody. I'm mixed with 4 different races. I just found that in America, white dudes mostly and Asian dudes, man, and Indian dudes. I'm talking about Indians with the dot. So he'd get the sheep like that. Not the Indians like, oh, whoa, 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 like me. No. I'm talking about the Indians with the dot from India. They understand, dude, how to operate above the law. So they do things that to you and I may seem immoral or corrupt, but they're not illegal. So if you get an accountant on retainer, do your job, Google it. What you want to do, man, you want to get what's called a trust and an L. You want to get a living trust and an LLC and a fictitious business name. It's called a DBA, doing business as. And then somebody that you got to have somebody you trust, man. So this is the hard part, because sometimes maybe your mama will do you bad. I'm gonna leave that alone. Or maybe you got to get your grandmama, but it's somebody that you trust, dude. And you got to what you're gonna do when you're doing your street dirt. You're gonna split your money up into 4 different sections. And here's how it goes, guys. Let's say you made all this money from selling drugs, right? You bought a kilo and you cut it up with a baby, what was it called? Baby laxative and everything, man. You blew it up, you know what I mean? You turn 1 kilo into 2 and you're selling it. And this is for entertainment purposes only, YouTube. I'm not educating people on what to do. I'm just sharing with you, you know, this is a fictitious story we're talking about. You split up into 4 ways. The first fourth, you split that up between your attorney, the bail bondsman, and the accountant, dude. Your second fourth, you want to go ahead and reinvest that into your business, whatever it is you're doing, the dope game, whatever you into, whatever. The third fourth, dude, you want to go ahead and take care of all your bills and your people, you know, your workers, your mama, your loved ones, your mortgage note, all that. But then here's the last one, the fourth one. You want to take that money and you want to lock it up, man, into a safety deposit box, man. A safety deposit box. And you see, this is the problem. Then you got to find somebody you trust, dude, or maybe you get a safe and you hide it somewhere, dude. It's got to be hidden where nobody knows but you. Because here's the thing, when you do this trust and LLCs and all this, you do it under your mama's name or your grandmama. I'm telling you, man, people flip the script when it comes to money, dude. So the safe is the most wisest thing to do, because if you put it in a safety deposit box like I did, when they looking to get all your legal assets, you got to put your safety deposit in your legal name. They seized all my assets. So this is what I learned from my mistakes in the game. I didn't have a safe, that I just had money hid somewhere where only I knew about. So let's continue, guys. No matter what Nino does.
So it's not a full rear naked, it's just kind of like
Yeah.
arm
Yeah.
naked.
So no matter what Nino does, throw it again. I'm here. I'm outside of the line of attack. And the hand is down here because I'm going to strike his second to his head goes down. I'm striking him up here into the choke. And trust me when I tell you, no matter what he does, I got it. Yeah. And so for class safety, I'm not going to take him to the ground, but look at my legs, guys. So what I want you guys to do, we're going to pair up.
You have 6 if George
2,
comes off his ass.
3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna walk you guys through that. So let's see. I work with Dino, so hey, you trained today, John? He's not. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, me and you. So if you have any questions, so the whole thing, just think of it like Commando Krav Maga. It's a 5-count roll. It's called the 5-second roll. So square up again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he can feel the choke right there. And so normally, like I was throwing to the ground, break his leg, stop it. So we're gonna do it 5 times on each side, and it's only 5%.
If I'm under here, where do I go from here? This way?
Yeah, let me show you.
The under the arm? That's
Yeah, he's got me under arm.
Okay, start here. 1, 2,
I got that.
3.
So it is under the arm though. That's the part that I didn't understand.
See, I'm in here, so elbow to elbow. So guys, this is the thing, man, and I want to share this with you, man, because and like I said, I'm not picking on you youngsters. I'm having compassion and empathy. I'm putting myself in your shoes. I grew up like you guys. I didn't have a good father figure. I didn't have a positive role model. I was running them streets. The only difference between you and I had cousins in the Latin Kings and different gang organizations, and they wouldn't allow me to join the gangs. I wanted to join the gang. Me and my brothers, we wanted to join gangs, but you know, my father, his pecking order in our family hierarchy, his brothers and nephews, they respected him and feared him. And when he went to prison, he said, "Don't let my sons join the gangs because I'll come out and murder everybody." And so they wouldn't let us join gangs. So yeah, I was robbing people and I was selling dope and I wasn't kidnapping people back when I seen it. I was just robbing people. I was a strong arm. I did a lot of muggings and strong arm, you know. And I did a lot of shoplifting, dude. I did a lot of armed robberies. But I wasn't in the gang. I was just involved with like organized crime, other bad kids, you know, teenagers from impoverished area. So I'm putting myself in your shoes. This is the one video where I'm being compassionate and pathetic. I understand. But all I'm saying, dude, if you in this life, see a lot of youngsters, man, you guys, your new generation, I don't know if you call it millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, Gen LBTQYZ. I don't know what the generations, Gen Z, I don't know what it's called. I'm a baby boomer. And we grew up, man, you had to be good with your hands. Yeah, back then people were shooting and stabbing and stuff, but that was like after things escalated. Now you youngsters walk around. When I was living in Cali and Vegas, man, I seen youngsters had some firepower. Dude, I was very impressed. And I'm a former military dude, you know what I mean? And I lost my right to bear arms, but they had an arsenal close to mine when I was on the right hand side of the law before I got my felonies. Hey man, let me tell you something. Every payday I would buy new weapons, dude. And I'm not proud of this. I'm not gonna uh, say anything on here that would incriminate me. But let me just put it to you like this: when I was in the military, I knew people that knew some people, and I was able to get some things that civilians aren't able to get. And I had a motherfucking arsenal, man. But all that's got taken away. But I'm just saying, I see a lot of youngsters now, that especially you guys into thug life, street life, gang life, drug dealing. You guys got arsenals too. Maybe you watched that movie, God of War. You know what I'm saying? And then you just got some arsenals, and see, it gives you a false sense of confidence. But let me share this with you, just from me, my experiences in combat, my experiences in gun battles, on the street, dude, in the woods, in the forest, in the jungles, different situations. Um, you know, going to battle with gang members, taking over territories and stuff, man. Hey, dude, sometimes your weapons jam, or sometimes they fail, or sometimes they malfunction, or sometimes you run out of ammo. Watch the movie Saving Private Ryan, man. It's a good movie. It teaches you what weapons is all about. First, they do the bombing, long range, then they do the rifles, mid range, then they do the pistols, short range. Now they doing the knife, close up and intimate, baby. So I'm enlightening you youngsters, man, that's into this lifestyle, whether you call it thug life, gang life, whatever you want to call it, street life, whatever you want to call it. Hey, man, you want to go ahead and learn to fight now. And I'm gonna tell you, I talked to a couple of people, a couple of my loved ones, because I'm getting ready to head back to Pennsylvania to look after my mom, because she's been calling me and crying. She realized that with me not there, she's very vulnerable. See, this is what happens, guys. People take you for granted until you're not there, like because you're such a protective presence. Because hey, man, motherfuckers know when they drive up to my mom's house. This is what used to happen. Motherfuckers see my mom's car is gone because of her ex-husband that died. Her husband that died, he crashed his car, so they only had one car. So when her car was gone, they would think that nobody was there. And they come driving up to the house, dude, and this is legal. I have what's called a crossbow. It's called a crossbow, man, and it's like a rifle, but it doesn't shoot bullets. It shoots arrows, and it's a compound bow on the rifle frame. Hey man, I'm opening up the door with my crossbow. I ain't playing with you, dude. And this thing, man, got some velocity. It's going through windshields, all that fucking shit. And I'm like, hey man, what you pulling up in the fucking driveway for? Oh man, we got the wrong address. Okay, then make sure you check Google Maps. Don't come up in here no more. They be like, who's that fool? Oh man, I think that's her son, man. And dude's knocking on the door, and I answer the door with my big ass machete. Hey man, do I know you? Why you knocking on the door? Oh, I got the wrong address. Okay, make sure you got the right address. If you knock on the door again, I'll chop your motherfucking head off. And my mom be like, oh, dear Jesus, you got demons in you. You still got them demons from prison. Why are you so violent? I said, don't trust nobody, man. So what I'm trying to say, I'm be headed back to Pennsylvania. And then I was just thinking about, man, here in Maryland, man, the youngsters are savages, man. Let me tell you what I know for sure. There's a thing called the DMV here. It's I think it stands for District of Columbia, which is Washington, and then it stands for Virginia, and then it stands for Maryland. It's like a belt. It's like a loop. I learned it. If correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. That DMV doesn't stand for District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's not Detroit because Detroit's further east. Maryland is like southeast. So anyway, man, the youngsters here, man, in Maryland, like Baltimore, dude, in Washington D.C. in broad daylight, you at the stop sign. Hey man, they'll carjack your bitch ass with a pistol, and sometimes they smoke you because then, hey man, you can Google the news here. They don't give a fuck, and these is youngsters, teenagers, man. So all I'm saying is, man, I understand the youngsters are lost and turned out, dude. They have no hope, and where there's no hope, dude, there's no vision. Without a vision, bro, you like a blind man. All you can see is desperation, dude, and fear and savagery and no love, man. So I'm giving you your Uncle G's giving you some love right now. I'm just sharing with you. If you're involved in this thug life, street life, gang life, drug dealer life, learn to fight now. And I was talking to some of my loved ones, man, because I'm getting ready to go to Pennsylvania. So the people I got in Pennsylvania, I got family here in Maryland. I got family in Pennsylvania, New York, Chicago, Detroit, Florida, Texas, Alabama. Where else? New Jersey, Philly, and oh yeah, California. I forgot about California. Anyway, man, my family's excited I'm back in the United States. So when they hear, oh, you know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you my real name because some of you guys are still on some silly shit. And I'm trying not to behead motherfuckers. I'm trying to be a good dude, but some of you youngsters make it hard, man. Man, don't poke the motherfucking bear, man. I'm trying to be a good dude because I'm not just a bear. I'm a motherfucking werewolf, man. And werewolf is basically a demonically possessed spirit that inhabits a wolf, and he does these things. He's like a changeling. He morphs into half animal, half spirit, just demonic shit. So please don't fuck with me. But my family members found out I'm going back to Pennsylvania. Hey man, uncle whatever come and see me, man, and kick with me, or cousin whatever, or nephew whatever, or my people come and hang out. We ain't seen you in over 50 years. And they be asking me, hey man, I've been watching your videos. I'm thinking about taking martial arts. What's the best martial art you should take? And I'm not trying to have a debate with your boy Michael J. White, whatever his name is, Spawn, or whatever the fuck you motherfuckers look up to this dude. He don't like light skinned dudes. He practices colorism. I worked on 3 movies with him. Dude's a trip, man. But that's another story, man. Just like your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson practices colorism, man. I know him personally, dude. He's practicing. He don't like light skinned dudes, man. We got to get past this. So the whole thing is this, guys. I want you to understand something, man. My loved ones ask me, man, what's the best martial art I should take, man, to be able to defend myself in a life or death situation? And this is what I tell everybody. And listen to your Uncle OG. I got a black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Judo. I got a black belt in 2 different karates. I got a black belt in Taekwondo. I've taken Commando Krav Maga. I've taken Krav Maga. I've taken Savate. I've taken Pancration. I've taken Greco-Roman wrestling, freestyle wrestling, dude. What else did I take, man? I took the Russian martial arts system, dude. Man, I've taken Kung Fu, I've taken Wing Chun, I've taken Jeet Kune Do. I've taken so many martial arts because I want to know what's the best martial art. And the answer, there is no overall best martial art. But if you press for time, you in the street thug life, gang life, all this fucking drug dealing bullshit, and you headed to prison, motherfucker? Because you headed to prison. The lifestyle you living is leading only to 2 places, man. Death or prison. Because a lot of you youngsters ain't smart enough. I'm giving you gems now, trying to teach you how to clean up your ill-gotten gain money. You got to be like the Kennedys and the Trumps, dude, and the Rothschilds. You clean up. Like, okay, I understand. You got to get money by any means necessary. I got it. Now that you got some money in your hands, learn to prepare for your future. I told you the 4 quadrants. Learn to prepare for your future. Lock some money away in a safe that nobody knows about. Then the other 4th, man, get it hooked up with the accountant with the LLC. And it's called a living trust in somebody's name that you trust. But just know that money probably going to get bamboozled and taken because money changes people, dude. I'm telling you, trust me, man. But here's what I'm trying to say to you guys is if you press for time, you live in this drug street life, or even if you're a businessman, I want to talk to business people too, not just youngsters. This message is a big net. Yeah, I'm trying to reach youngsters, but it's for everybody. If you press for time, you want to learn the martial arts that if you had to defend yourself in a life or death situation or close quarters combat, I suggest you take Muay Thai, man. Muay Thai, everything I've taken, man, Muay Thai, in my opinion, dude, is very efficient and effective. And here's why. And here's what somebody I love talked to me about it yesterday and today because he wants to. He's a bodybuilder, like a fitness model, pretty boy, and dudes is always mad because he's getting taking all the women they be wanting to fight. And he was thinking about taking Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And here's what I told him, man. You got to look at the reality of a fight, guys. Most fights start standing up. I know what you guys are gonna say, man. Like I say, don't take Brazilian jiu-jitsu because, dude, the probability of a dude grabbing you, man. I know a lot of you guys say fights end up on the ground, but dude, if a dude's a good striker and you ain't never been punched in your motherfucking grill, and a dude just catch you on the chin, dude, the chin or the fucking jawline, real good, solid, with his weight behind it, he gonna sleep you. So all that Brazilian jiu-jitsu, bro, it only gonna matter, man. And here's another thing, like say a dude knows Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but he got some hands too, and then he fake like he gonna punch you, then he go to take you down. Hey man, Muay Thai's got a grappling, it's got a clinching aspect, and the clinching is so effective because you can clinch a dude and put some knees and elbows on him, dude, and you make his takedown ineffective. So let's say you don't have a Muay Thai gym around you. The next one I'm going to say, number 2, is kickboxing. Here's why. Muay Thai, kickboxing, and boxing, you actually have to spar. Like, yeah, you jump rope and you do push-ups and sit-ups and all that shit, and you shadow box and all that. You learn new techniques and everything. But at the end of the training session, you always got to get in the ring And here's the one skill you got to learn as a youngster: how to get punched in your motherfucking face and body and not bitch up. That's the skill you got to learn. Anyway, man,
It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
you're in the thug life. Learn to fight now, so in prison you don't get plowed like a cow full of man milk. Because let me tell you something, man. Guys in maximum security prison, dude, they practice a lot. They practice every day shadow boxing. They practice in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. They practice in judo. They practice in wrestling. That's all they do because they're number one, they're bored, and number two, they prepare for the next war. There's always like these race wars in maximum security prison. So they preparing, man. Maximum security prisons like Gladiator, not Gladiator school. That's why it's like living like a gladiator. And for those of you who don't know, a gladiator is just a person that was in war. These two countries was warring. They lost and they took some prisoners. And so the fact they don't have food for the prisoners and stuff, they just use them for entertainment and show. And every day they have gladiators released from their cages and they come out and they fight to the death. It's almost like the Mandingo warriors in slavery. They fight to the death. If you win the fight, you live to eat and you go to fight the next day. But when you're living in a situation like that, when it's life or death, you have to practice your craft, dude. And here's what it comes down to: you have to practice your craft over and 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 over. 5 minutes later, over and over and over, so you can implement it without thinking. This is the whole thing. See, a lot of you youngsters play these first shooter games and stuff, and you play Grand Theft Auto, and you play what's the military game? Um, Leave a comment telling me the military game is very popular now. I used to play it, but I quit playing games back in 2000 because I'm like, dude, I needed to make some money. But let me know the name of the game that's very popular now. It's a war game. Everybody plays it. Put it in the comment section. But I used to play it. I just forget the name of it. But you think because you're playing these games, you got a Wii station, man, and that you can fight and everything. But here's the thing I want to tell you, man. Your guns and your pistols give you a false sense of confidence because what happens is you've gone around and you've been shooting people, intimidating people. You've been shooting people that can't shoot back. You're doing drive-bys. You're doing home invasions. You just surprise attacking. You ain't never been in a real war situation where somebody's shooting back at you. And even if you have, you never been in a situation where you're shooting so much the bullets run out. But here's what I want to share with you guys. When you get to maximum security prison, there ain't no guns, man. And it ain't no fun when the rabbit gets guns. What that means is it's all good to be the shooter, man. You got the shooter, you got the weapon, and you chasing a rabbit, which is a little prey, and he ain't got a weapon, and you chase them and you just shoot them down. You feel like a big macho man. And when you get to maximum security prison, there ain't no guns, my man. And here's the thing I want to share with you youngsters is very, very important. When you're taking this Muay Thai, which I recommend, first of all, I recommend you take Muay Thai, number one. Now, let's say you live in a backstreet city somewhere, your hood ain't no Muay Thai places, then you find a kickboxing place. That's number two. If you can't find a kickboxing place, then what you want to do is you want to find a boxing place and you want to mix the boxing up. You want to mix the boxing up with some full contact karate or some full contact taekwondo. Then you'd be well rounded. But just to rely on boxing, I disagree because you got to learn how to kick, dude. You got to learn how to kick because in maximum security prison, the motherfuckers rat pack you, man. You know what I mean? I was fortunate because I knew the hierarchy of tests. I knew the escalation of tests, meaning that, when somebody would say, hey, my man, where you from? I just break him off because I already knew he was a torpedo and they sent him to me to test me and test if I'm in compliance, which I'm not. And then the dude would be like, hey, man, you going to eat your cornbread? I'd break him off because I knew that was a test. I knew everybody was watching, dude. Prison's like a stage. You know what I mean? Everybody's watching because you're the new dude, the new booty, the new fish. Everybody's watching. But some of you youngsters, you might fail some of those tests because you don't know it's a test. Like, like, hey man, who do riding with, man? Let's say you want to be non-affiliate like I was, but you haven't been practicing your fighting on the street, man. When you get to maximum security prison, man, you're gonna be between somebody's sheets, taking a bunch of meat deep up in your fucking cheeks, man, because you're a hard-headed motherfucker. I'm trying to be compassionate. I'm trying to have empathy and understanding. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, bro. You want to gang bang and drug deal and rob people and kidnap people and all this stuff you're doing. Hey, man, have at it, man. I disagree with it, but who am I to tell you what to do? I did it. That's why I'm OG. I did it, but I'm on the square side of the fence. But maybe you say stuff, hey, OG, man, I'm still in the hood. I ain't got no money. Got nobody looking out for me. I got to do what I got to do. I understand, but what I'm saying, I'm explaining to you. If you live in this life, start learning how to fight now, man. And then, man, you got to make time in your hectic schedule to go to the dojo or the studio or the gym at least 3 times a week. I recommend you go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Why is this, guys? Monday's the beginning of the week. It's a great way to start your week off, man. You go in there, you do some Muay Thai training, you do some kickboxing or some boxing training, dude. Hey, man, that's going to make you feel really good about yourself. You got beat up a little bit. You start to understand, hey, man, what Uncle OG was saying is true. Hey, man, I'm feeling like I can take a hit and I ain't going to die. And I ain't a bitch boy and I ain't a wimpy motherfucking pillow biter. No. And then it starts helping you to think straight. Hey, man, Uncle OG's right. I got to start throwing my money in 4 different ways. I'm going to do some research, man, on a good criminal lawyer, a research on a Bell's bondsman, a research on an accountant dude, and research on getting me a good safe. Because let me tell you something, when you do a lot of Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, you release endorphins, man. You release endorphins, and let me tell you something about physical exercise and fighting exercise. It makes you more sharp mentally in the way you think. You start to see things more clearly. And I know a lot of you youngsters is on lean and fentanyl and cocaine and heroin and all this cool shit. You thinking you're cool? Let me tell you something. When you're working out 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you start your week off good Monday. Hump day is Wednesday. Middle of the week's gone. Friday, you start your weekend off good. You go in there, get some kickboxing, Muay Thai boxing. You feeling confident about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're doing drug deals or you gang banging or you extorting people, dude, or you robbing people or you kidnapping people, you feel like, you know what, man? I feel like I got an out outside of this. I feel like I can see light at the tunnel. I feel like I can change my life. Because when you're doing something positive, guys, let me tell you something. It negates the negative stuff that you're doing. It like balances you out. As long as you're gang banging and drug dealing, man, and robbing and pillaging, you're on the dark side, dude. All you see is bleak darkness and no hope. But when you start doing positive things like martial arts, Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, hey man, those people you associate with, they're positive influences, man. And then maybe you can see your way out of the gang banging and stuff earlier than having to go to maximum security prison. But all I'm saying is this, guys. I'm gonna leave the video at this, man. I had to really ponder what I wanted to say to you guys today, man, because I don't like turning you youngsters off. Sometimes I'm frustrated. But hopefully, if I can just reach one youngster, man, I've done my job. If you're in the thug life, learn to fight now so in prison you don't get plowed like a cow full of man milk deep up in your cheeks and you be talking about, oh, wow, what happened? What happened? Because now my cheeks is all they doing is a deep clapping and ain't a motherfucking thing I can do about it because I'm a simp ass little bitch boy and I'm biting a pillow and sucking my thumb because I'm a grown man's little sex toy.